Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am bringing you my jar gift tags and box. So it is a cute little tiny box, as you can see, just about fits in the palm of my hand. And when you open it up, which is just like a pizza box style, inside are 4 little gift tags, each one with a different phrase on that obviously goes with the ornate thanks suite. So, my friend, you're amazing, for everything, for all you do. I kind of thought that these were sentiments that could actually go with something on their own, so you could attach them to some flowers, chocolates, anything like that. And they are the jar punch that you can see there, punched out, and they slide open, so you can either write on the inside or on the back. And then it's got a coordinating colour on the back. So I've got early espresso, bumblebee, terracotta tile and mint macaron. I haven't done old olive just simply because I just thought 4 was enough, but you can fit more than 4 in the box. As you can see, I've used the classic label punch on there as well, and just set them up with mini dimensionals. But as I say, there are four there, and if I pop them in, you can see that you could easily probably get another 4 more, or probably you could get even 10 in there because it is quite deep. And then it just literally folds over and closes just like that, and then it's decorated. And again, I have decorated the inside so that when you open it, you get that gorgeous paper everywhere, even on the base. So let's go ahead and make it super quick because there's quite a few parts to this. So what I probably will do is make the tag first, which is a bit contraire for me because I don't normally do that first. You'll be pleased to know I have already done 3 because otherwise it would take me ages. So I have also actually done my little label and punched it out. As I say, it's with the classic label punch. So I've already done that part, and I have already stuck my dimensionals on ready because I'm good. So I have some terracotta tile, Whisper White and some of the DSP that I want to use. The first thing I'm going to do with my jar punch is punch out one of the Whisper White ones, and I'm going to keep hold of that for a second because I'll need it for this front label, and that's why I've cut to the bottom. So that's the jar punch, the Whisper White. Now you might notice when you punch as well that you get a very small ridge sort of on the reverse of it. Now you can either put that ridge part to the back so that you get the smooth finish to the front, or obviously you can turn it over if you're going to slide it open and write. The choice is yours. Or if all else fails, just grab a bone folder and run it across the edge just like this, and it will get rid of that ridge. Okay, so I've done the white one. So to now get my DSP onto my coloured cardstock, I've actually used, unfortunately my delivery's not here yet, I've still got my snail. And all I've simply done, I've made sure that this piece of cardstock here is roughly and almost roughly the same width as my punch. So as you can see at the top here, I've not got a lot of excess at the sides. And so what I want to do, again, you could use this template as a guide, but I'm literally rolling my snail. And again, if you want to use wet glue or any other choice of glue, that is entirely your choice. But I've absolutely covered that in adhesive. I'm going to sneeze, apologise. I have hay fever, it's driving me... It's raining all day and my hay fever's worse today than ever. So I'm just going to pop that DSP there onto the snail, give it a good rub to make sure it's stuck on. I'm then going to cut the excess away with my scissors, and this is why it's ideal either for scraps of DSP or you only use a small amount. And that's now stuck on. And then I'm just going to punch out my jar. So as you can see now, I've hardly wasted any of that DSP, hardly wasted any cardstock, but this is now adhered every side, so it's not going to pull away or get messy or, you know, get caught up when you're putting it on a present. It's all stuck down. Crocodile or a handheld punch, and then I've just literally lined these up and using my small punch, so I'm literally just going to make sure I'm doing this the wrong way round. It's only so I can see where the punch bit's coming down, and I've just used the small hole punch there to create a little hole. I'm going to pop my sentiment on while it's still flat. Let's see if I can get the backs off these anyway. So I'm just going to pop that at an angle on the jar there, and then I've done, again using the Ornate Sweet Ribbon combo, I've already got 2 terracotta tiles, so I'm just going to get some of the old olive, and I've just got a small length of it, and I've simply fed it through the hole, and then I'm just going to tie a knot. So I did it sort of quite loosely, and then I quite like to have the knot on the top. So once I've got everything where I want it to be, just do a second knot, and there it is. That's it really. You sort of just twist it to where you want it, and then I'm just holding the 2 bits together there and just cutting at an angle, and that gives me my little tag. Obviously if you want to add gems or embellishments or anything like that, you can, but those are my labels all done and ready. So I'm now going to just pop those to one side and we're going to make the box. So again, I'm sort of trying to coordinate the cardstock with the DSP, so this time I'm going with Mint Macaron, and you need some cardstock that is 8 inches by 3 3/4, which is 20.5 by 9.5 centimetres. On the short side, we're going to score at 1 inch and 2 3/4, which in centimetres will be 2.5 and 7. And then I'm going to rotate, doesn't matter which way because it's the same, and then we're going to score at 1 inch, 3.5, 4.5 and 7 inches, and that will be 2.5, 9, 11.5 and 18 centimetres. Oh, my nose is running now, I've sneezed. I do apologise, that's so annoying, isn't it, when someone keeps sniffing. While I'm folding and burnishing these, I would like you to give me your opinion on whether or not, I've actually got a light on here, and I'm just wondering how you feel about it, whether you think it's giving too many shadows, whether it's not giving a true effect of the colour. I'd like your opinions. If you could let me know in the comments what you think about the light and whether you think it makes any difference. It's an easier setup for me. My white table that I used before was very wobbly, and I really don't like that, but this is on my desk, which is fixed to the wall, so it doesn't wobble. It's perfect. But yeah, I'd like your opinions. I'd like to know if you think it works okay or not. Right, so we've now got our box, and as you, our scored and folded cardstock, and as you can see, it's a fairly equal thing. So we've got 2 inch margins either side, one across the top and the bottom, and then these 2 squares and the middle section. So it doesn't matter which way you start, but what I will do is start from the bottom. Your squares in the corners, we're going to cut from the bottom up and create wedges on those 2 squares. Crikey, I can't blink and talk now. Okay, so that's that bit done. I'm then going to rotate it completely so that they're at the top and do exactly the same again. So in effect, your 4 corners have now been cut into wedges. Okay, and then what we need to do is we need to cut these middle ones, and for that I will start on this side here, and you want to go opposite to how you've cut these previous ones, but only with one cut. So you're going across to the centre. I'm then going to flip it over so the inside is facing me and tuck that in. And then going to cut down this angle here and then cut my wedges. That's a little bit untidy, so I just need to neaten that bit up. Okay, so we actually have a tab that sits inside. I'm going to turn it over and do exactly the same again, making sure that I cut this on this side. So I'm going to cut down to the score line. I'm going to tuck that bit in out of the way and then cut down here and cut some wedges. And there is your sort of box, if you like, ready to be made up. And what you will see is that this is now your box base with your 4 tabs to create. And then this will be your lid. So let's get sticking some DSP on. Right, so, whoops, sorry, I just hit the light button. It went all dim for a moment then. Okay, so let's just check I've got all the pieces I need. I'm going to panic because I fear, oh no, oh have I? Please don't tell me I've lost a piece. Oh crumbs. Do you know, this has been on my desk for a couple of days. I've not done anything else. And now when I need it, the piece of paper's gone. Oh crumbs. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, it's okay. I have got this right. I haven't lost it. I've lost it, not the paper. Okay, so you need 2 of these pieces that measure 1.5 inches by 2 1/4 or 4 by 6 centimetres. And they're going to go on the larger panels. You then need 3 of these smaller ones that measure 1.5 by 3/4 or 4 inches, 4 centimetres by 2. Excuse me. And they all go along these parts here. And last but not least, I have these 4 pieces here that measure 2 1/4 by 3/4. Oh, excuse me. And they just lie across here. And what do you know? Mr. Snails are out again. And that will just go on there. And then these go on these side panels here. Okay. That's that part done. In with my tear and tape, and I'm literally going to put tear and tape on all 6 of my tabs there. The last 2, oops, more haste, less speed, as the saying goes. So that's the last one. Okay, give them a little press and then take the backing off all of them, because it's easier to do it all in one go like this. Last one, and then you start with the one with the 4 tabs on. So I'm going to fold this one in and round to create the box, and equally this one the same. Okay, and then again let's create the front of the box just like so. So there's your box base. And then I fold this one up, fold the sides in, and then tuck these two pieces in. And then you just hold them in place and fold that top piece over. And then you can just undo it and just press that in. And then if you just very gently push those out to the side, just when you bring that in to close, it will close perfectly. So you just need to pop your little jar labels inside and then just decorate the front. So as you can see with this one, I have a length of ribbon. I have my, where is it? It's hiding. In fact, no, will I use mint? No, let's use Old Olive, I think, on that one. Sorry, Old Olive. I want the thanks stamp from Ornate Thanks, which I still love, even though we have lots of new stuff. I still love it. And then remember that scrap of paper? It's not big enough. Is it big enough that way? No. Okay. And I just need a scrap of Whisper White. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Thank you. And then with my Old Olive, I'm just going to stamp the thanks just there. Perfecto. Let's get rid of those so I don't get ink on me. And then what I do need, where have they gone? Here they are my Ornate Layers dies. And I've just used this long stitched rectangle type shape here. And I'm just going to get my die cutting machine in, because what I'm going to do here is pop my sentiment in, and I want this to be quite close to the end, so I'm lining it up there and it's having a little wibble wobble, so let's just cut that down so it can go where it wants, make life easier. Okay, so back in again with my die, and that looks fairly straight, so we're going to run that through, and then I'm going to come back, don't worry, take all that out. So I now have, well, that's too long for my project. So what I did then was spun this round, and if you sort of very gently drag your die cut, you'll find that it stops. The stitching actually sits in its stitching there, so you don't kind of get, if that makes sense, a double stitched image. And once you've found where the stitching sort of sits quite happily, pop it back down, run it through again, and then when you pop it out, you've got the leftover end. Let's get that out of the way, and your shortened version of your stitched rectangle. And then all you need then is some glue dots, which I can't get hold of, some dimensionals. I'm using minis here, and with the glue, with the ribbon and the glue dots, I added a glue dot to the start. Oops, the glue dot, it's not going to stick, is it? And one stuck to my nail. So I started in the centre, and then I looped. Let's get that glue dot off my nail because it's starting to annoy me. Where's my piercing tool? So I looped my ribbon how I wanted it, put another glue dot on the top there. So I want to loop it that way, and then I'm going to put another one on top there, because I want to loop my ribbon that way, and then one more again on the top, because this time, oops, I did this completely different last time and it worked perfectly. I want to kind of fold the ribbon over just to create that little tail part, if you like. This will sit over the top just like so. So I just need to add, in fact I'm not going to use mini dimensionals because they will be too fiddly. I'll use full-sized ones at either end, and if you want to be really certain of that ribbon staying, you can add one more glue dot to the top, because when you pop this on it will hold the ribbon in place with that glue dot, because there's plenty built up there. And if you're still not sure, open it up and just press in through the lid. Excuse me. And there you have it, your cute little gift tags and box with the jar punch and the ornate garden. Hope you like it. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.